Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bullshit. Guys, it's Ufgraphics again. One more time, one more time, one more time. And then we're in for tonight, this afternoon session stream. And then we have a lot of things, we have a lot of streams to trace. Okay, it's more like back. And you guys know what we're soon do. You guys know what we're talking about. Varieties of things, and then specifically out very, very advanced, and the things that actually relates to young people, and then the possible way they can easily navigate and get things in appropriate way. So that's just in summary what our goal seems to be or looks like. And then so many other activities. Okay, guys, that's it. And then we're in, as you're seeing. Okay, before you even get started, like before we get deeply, before we get to the root, before we get underground, I'm going to introduce myself. That's for maybe my first post, and then I'm going to carry them. No, it's more like welcome them to the passage for them to know what they are going to be expecting from us, and then know what we start from, kind of that. So guys, that's super cool. Let me quickly do that. All right, so I'm UF Graphics by name, and then I'm a Nigerian guy, Nigerian streamer, and then you will just see me for the very first time. I got you guys. Your presence truly means a lot. It's not taken for granted here. And then that's it. So I just quickly welcome you guys, and then more like that's who we are. And then what we talk about, it's more like vast. It actually relates to young people. And then we're not just teachers, sorry, we're not just motivational speakers. You can see us as inspirators, because what we often do, and more like our priority here, is to communicate in effective and efficient way, and then to our communicators, for them to really understand, decode, and then apply in a more appropriate way. Do you get so that's just it. And then so many other activities. Okay, so we're going to start. No time, we got no time, we got no time, we got no time. We're gonna really start anyways, and then we'll get to push through the process. Okay, guys, so it's our talk, and then it's more like conversation. Yes, it's not gonna be hectic. Trust me, it's gonna be. Please trust me, it's gonna be entertaining. Anyway, guys, that's cool. That's cool. That's really cool. So I just introduced myself. I just started my stream, and then I'm a Nigerian guy. And then if you're seeing me for the very first time, it's just having you here. Top up, guys. What's it called? Not really top up. It's shout out, guys. Okay. So guys, I'm diving into sleep deeply. I'm going to be starting anyways, and then I introduce myself, and then I feel I should reintroduce myself. Is there any need for that? Okay, let's see, there is need for that. Let me do it. Okay, if you're seeing me for the very first time, I'm a Nigerian guy, I'm a Nigerian streamer, just like you're seeing me. And what I do on my stream is very, very super simple. I teach, and then not really teaching, I educate. Not really educating, I inspire. Not really inspiring, I inform. Do you get? Because in actually getting anything done in life, or actually navigating, information comes first, and then if you're properly rooted, if you're properly informed, that means you're not going to be disformed. So that's it. And then follow me to the journey. There's no journey here, I'm just kidding. But there's something I have on my thumbnail. Each section stream I scheduled, or I get started, we are probably going to be talking about things. So we're not actually here to waste your time. Trust me, just trust me, it's going to worth your time. So that's it. And then most of my students are going to be joining. And then if you're part of my guys, I got you. Okay, so guys, that's it. So I have something on my stream, what's it called, on my thumbnail, and then that, I guess, that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Okay, so that's more like don't speed now. I don't know how it's going to be sounding, but I'm going to do a lot of emphasis. I'm going to try making a lot of sense. I'm going to try passing a lot of knowledge. I'm going to try making a lot of analysis. Okay, when I say don't speed now, okay. Now, firstly, you follow my stop. Firstly, what comes to our mind? What do we start thinking? Don't speed now. It doesn't sound fun. It's just like when somebody is actually taking a track, or more like, obviously, speed looks like normal. Hey, Ezimao, is that Exmao? Exmao, what's up? I don't, guys. So I'm starting anyways. Yeah, Exma, I guys. So I'm starting anyways. Yeah, Exma, I got you, bro. Said hi. Is rank. What's president? Okay. So guys, we're pushing, we're starting anyways, we got no time. Okay, so firstly, at first we're going to actually look at, or more like understand what we mean by speed, and then we're going to connect it with what we mean by don't speed now, and then we're going to actually know what we're trying to say. When we say don't speed now, Emilia, got you. I got you, bro. Who is that? Emilia, got you. What's up, bro? What's up? I got you. So at first, we're going to understand what we mean by speed. Now, when we say speed, what comes to our minds? That's a state of, or a stage of adding more effort or pushing further. Do you get? The word speed starts, or more like stands for, or more like imply a push, a further push, a force. Do you get? And mind you, I said our talk is don't stop. No, don't speed now. In case you're just I inspire. So I don't really teach. Don't see me. I'm just a small boy. Okay, guys. So I just started, and then my talks today is don't speed now. And then we have a purpose why we say that, and then you're going to know that, and then it's really going to be inspiring. Okay. Now, when we say don't speed now, at first I'm trying to analyze what I mean by speed, and then I said speed is a state in which one is trying to add more effort. It's more like a push, it's more like a force imputed in something, maybe in getting such thing fast, or like in getting it fast. That's what speed means. And then there is a problem in applying speed when we say don't speed. Now when someone, okay, now when you're actually taking a track, and then somebody tells you don't speed, maybe that person has a purpose, maybe that person has a reason, and then what could be the reason? Obviously, if you're taking a path, obviously you should speed now. You should speed so that you will get there on time. But we say there is a problem in speeding. Now what is the problem? The problem in speeding is actually, if you're speeding on a wrong track, it is wasted effort. Have you seen? So speeding, as beautiful as speeding is, if you're speeding on a wrong track, it's a wasted effort. I don't mean to sound harsh, but that's reality. If you're speeding on a wrong track, you don't need speed, you don't need dexterity. What you often need, or more, what you actually need at that point in time, is to withdraw, is to take some bunch of steps backward. And most often times we do think that backwardness is a state of not progressing. Most times in life, backwardness is very, very relevant, and then we need to step backward most times to know the calculated step we need to take forward. Let me restate. Most times in life, most times in our activities, we need to step backward to know the bunch of steps to take forward. That is not setback, that is a calculation. Have you seen? So when we say don't speed, it's a state, or more like trying to emphasize, if you're on the wrong track. Okay, now let's say, let me paint a picture. Or moreover, when I'm done, I want to paint a picture, but I'm fixing something on my screen very quickly. Just 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds. So when you, I cannot even talk now because I'm really typing on my screen. Okay. Okay. I'm almost done, sir. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Okay. I'm angry. Okay. Okay, I say please subscribe for bro. That's bro. I mean to say bro there. So guys, you can get to subscribe. It means a lot. I got you. All right. So I'm trying to analyze something, and then I said speeding is not necessary, or is said to not be requisite if you are on the wrong track. Now, I was trying to paint a picture, and then I said, if somebody is running, if you're competing with somebody, a competition, and then you are actually running, obviously your supply speed, that is normal, that is natural, that is important. If you're running, if you're competing with somebody, maybe in a race, you have to apply speed. Now imagine you're competing with somebody and then you're taking the wrong path. This thing needs to apply speed. Hi God, no, this is complicating. You are competing with somebody and then you took the wrong path. I guess you don't need speed again. What you actually need is to withdraw, to calculate your stop, to know, to check your track at first. And you know one thing? One thing that happens, or one thing that saves your time, is the awareness to recognize that you're on the wrong track. Have you seen? So that's why I said, in solving a problem, you cannot heal a wound that you refuse to look at. You cannot become better if you don't acknowledge that you have some scars around you. There is no way you can conquer something if you don't believe that there is a problem. So the first step in withdrawing is to actually be aware that you are on the wrong track. Now the awareness, it also gives you better chances of stopping. Obviously, so it's stopping is the important thing at the point in time, because moving speed, forging your stop. What's that? Oh, I'm from Indonesia, brother. I'm in the city, India largest city. What's up? Bro. How you doing, bro? How you doing? What's up? I got you. You have got your presence. It so much means a lot. Okay. Oh, don't worry. What's it called? We'll get to be in India someday. India. I mean, don't worry. You just get us cookies when we're going to be in the India. You bring us cookies. We love eating cookies a lot. Okay, I got you, bro. This food, I got you. So what I'm actually emphasizing is speed is requisite and then it's very good, but at some point we need to withdraw. At some point we need to take steps backward to make a calculated steps to take forward, because moving forward is not the option. Like it's not the best action to take, because it gets us more complicated. Like we get more stuck. If you're speeding on the wrong track, there's no chances of winning. Now, okay, let's say you're speeding. Let's say we have two competitors in a track, and then one is speeding in a wrong track, the other is walking in a right path. Bro, my English very bad. Sorry, bro, please. I got you. What do you mean, bro? Yeah, you speak English now. It's more like it's English. English. Your English is not bad now. It's top notch. No, but it's not really bad. You just need to. It's nothing. You just need to enhancing it. It's not really bad. Yes. Believe that it's not bad. I'm not motivating you. Believe that you can do it. You can do it, bro. You can do it. Shit, you can do it. So, bro. So that's it. So that is a simple analysis I did at first, and then I'm still diving into deeper. I've not even started fully. A lot is grounded. Okay. Oh Jesus. Okay. So when we say the dangers of speed without direction, the dangers of speed without direction. Sorry. Okay, that's to tell you that, bro, please visit India, capital India. You want us to visit India? Oh, okay, when? Don't worry. We'll get to be in there in someday, India, someday, India. Oh my god, I haven't been in India before, and then I don't even know how it feels. Where is India located? Which country is close to India? Which country is really close to India? Do anybody know about any country close to India? I don't really know. I'm just in Nigeria, and then Nigeria is not close to India, and then if I have to be in India, it's going to take a lot of effort. No, that's true. It's going to really take a lot of effort to be in India. It's gonna be exhausting. Alex, don't worry. Come and take us from Nigeria. If you call us, we're gonna come to India. Got you. Okay, so I'm still emphasizing, and then I got these hoods. One of my guys. I love you, guy. And then don't worry, we'll get to be in there someday. Okay, I said the dangers of speed without direction. Mind you, we're throwing a lot of emphasis. Yeah, bro, Samviano, guy, bro, what's up? It been a while. Don't mind me, guy. I'm being crazy right now. Million world largest population or number. Wow. That's sounding cool. You mean India? It's a country. It's populated 1.5 million. That's billion world largest population. Wow. That means, are you being serious? But is it proven? Like, did you search it or you just predicted? Do you want me to believe you right now? That means India is bigger than Nigeria. If that's the case, but between Philippines, whoa. You mean India is between Philippines? Is that what you're trying to say? India. Who knows India? Is India around? Where is India located? I've not been in India before, and then somebody is inviting me to be in India, and then I'm wondering, how am I going to be in India? How am I going to come? I'm not going to disappear. I don't have superpowers. Oh my god. Boy, it's fine, bro. Don't worry, we'll get to be in there someday. And then we'll call you. Hope you're going to be in India when we come to India. Trust me. Don't worry, we'll be in India. Okay, so I'm pushing. I stated out something. I said there is dangers of speeding without direction. Why is my dog back? Stop backing, I beg. I'm streaming. Okay, we have dangers of speeding without direction. Let me restate. We have dangers of speeding without direction. What I mean there is, if you're speeding in a wrong track, there is no tendency, there is no chances that you're gonna win. And then if there is no chances, it's a wasted effort, it's a wasted resources, it's a wasted energy. You're probably going to be losing. Now, that's the danger. There is danger. If we say danger, people just start thinking maybe it's check India world population first, number one. Okay, so I'm gonna check that later when I'm done streaming. What's your real name, bro? Shit, what's wrong with my head? What's your real name, bro? Okay, we'll get to check that later. That's Sunday. Okay, so I'm making a lot of emphasis, and then, hey, say, bro, God, I beg, I'm streaming right now. I can't help it. Okay. So when we say what's it called? The dangers of speed without direction. The dangers of speeding without direction. You're going to clash. You're going to hit a pole. You're going to enter inside the water. There's a lot of dangers. Speeding without direction. Now, speeding without direction, it looks like it's just like somebody moving, a blind person moving. Just like when you're moving without sight, and possible where you can get yourself injured. Moving without direction, it's not advisable. And then We have a lot of young people. We have a lot of young people. They are just believing, or more like they are just taking steps from what they are seeing, or they think that this is the right path, or maybe they see someone else taking the track, and then possible ways they are just going to get into it. That's not making sense. There is some things, or more like the necessary things to actually consider if you're to speed. First is clarity. Could you show us a picture of your prime minister or your camera? Is it prime minister? Prime minister. Okay. Do you know Tunubu? Do you know Tunubu? Do you know Tunubu? I guess you don't know Tunubu now. I guess you don't know Tunubu. Tunubu is not actually the prime minister. Tunubu is the president of Nigeria. You should know the president of Nigeria now. That's Tunubu. And not the prime minister. I don't even know the prime minister. And then you will not even know the person. I guess you will not know. Okay. So I'm what's it called? I'm pushing. I got no time. Okay, when I say the dangers, yes, there is dangers in speeding without direction. As I stated out, you're going to hit a rock. If you don't have direction, it's more like you like sight. If you don't have direction, it means that it looks like it's trying to imply that you're stuck already, maybe without knowing. And I guess you cannot walk without sight. You cannot walk without actually seeing where you're trading, where you're actually moving on. That's the issue. And then that is it. Trading, walking without sight. It's not making sense. I want to shout, guy. I don't know what wrong with my stomach. Gross. Okay. Don't copy someone else's journey. Okay. Don't copy someone else's journey. When we say journey, what we're trying to say is that journey is more like a path or a track that someone is actually taking, and it's something like it has an achievement at the end. If you're journeying, if you're taking a path, if you're my country prime minister also mobile, love to see a photo of our prime minister. Do you have one on your camera? Okay. I don't really have one on my camera right now, but okay. I guess I will send it on my mobile when I'm done with my stream. Check me on Facebook. Get to message me on Facebook. Maybe we'll get to talk better. How about that? Ufgraphics. That's my YouTube name. Get to chat me up on TikTok, on Facebook, any which one. We'll get to talk, and then I will send it there. How about that? Yeah, I will get to send it there if you message me. I cannot really display it on my screen right now. That's just the issue right now. Why is this dog barking? Don't copy someone else's journey. That I'm trying to say. And then I said journey. It's more like a path or a particular track somebody's taking. And most times we do watch. Imitating is quite different from comparing. These are two different things. Imitating, comparing, sounding different, meaning different. Now, imitating is actually maybe you're looking at something that one is building that you found interesting, or more like it looks interesting to you, and then maybe you're going to be copying maybe the strategy or more like the pattern of doing it, and then add your own. You're not going to neglect your own. You're going to add it to your own. That is imitating. Have you seen? So when we say imitating is quite different from comparing. Now comparing is more like, I also give the example. This is my pen, and then I will always be satisfied with this, not until I compare it with a friend's own. What do you say? Do you have my mobile number? Chat me up on Instagram or chat me up on Facebook. I will get to send it on my Facebook. I'll get to send it on my Facebook. Yeah. I will send it on my Facebook. Oh, yeah. I'll get to say this on my Facebook. Alright. So that's actually, so I was trying to explain what imitating really means, and then I say imitating is more like imitating, learning, adding to your own. You're not neglecting your own. Your own is still there. You're getting more chance or more equipped, maybe from somebody's own work, adding to your own. That is imitating. Now comparing is more like when you're living your own totally, when you're neglecting your own totally, and then prioritizing other people's own, or taking other people's own work entirely, or taking a new different track or path entirely just because you see other people take it. That's not making sense, and then now obviously you're going to be stuck. So guys, that's it. So I have few things here. Clarity comes before acceleration. Clarity. What's that? Yeah. Clarity comes before acceleration. You don't accelerate. Okay, these after 2 to 3. This to 3 afternoon. This afternoon in Nigeria. Currently, this afternoon. Okay, yeah. Clarity comes before acceleration. Now, what I mean there is that you don't elevate, you don't apply speed when you aren't clear of where you're going. Let me restate. You don't apply speed, you don't enforce energy when you aren't sure of where you're going. Now, you being sure where you're going, that gives you more chances of, that's clarity. You know the path you're taking, you know where it's going to lead you to, you know the achievements, you know what you stand for, you know what's backing you up, you know what's powering you, you know what's energizing you, and then you know what is going to be the outcome at the thumbnail. Have you seen? So this is more like clarity, and then you never get anything started if you're not clarified. If you're not fully clarified on that, you're just going to stumble. Have you seen? So when we say clarity comes before acceleration, and what we mean by acceleration is speed. You know, in a motor vehicle, you don't see a driver speeding when he's on traffic. No, it doesn't happen. You don't see a runner speeding when he is or she is on a wrong track. You cannot see an airplane speeding when he's still trying to figure out a way or a path to take. This is logical, and then it's equivalent to our life. You cannot speed, or you're not expected to speed when you aren't sure of where you're heading. If not, you're going to crash before you know it. Now, acceleration is requisite when your path is clear. Speed is important where you know where you're going, why you're going there, what you're achieving at the tunnel, and the more like the reason why you're actually heading there. Because there is so much reason why people journey, and then your reason may be quite different from my own reason, and then I guess another person reason, some other person reason. So the reasons are very, very numerous, and then different, and then self-known to the people. Okay, I have something here. Build the foundation before building the speed. This is more like foundation, and everybody know that foundation is important. Foundation is more like the ground that carries something, that carries heat. What's it called? Weight. Take a look at it. Buildings, you don't start building from the top. You actually need to lay a foundation. That is the starting point of any building. No architecture will start a building from the top. It's not done. It's not possible. You have to start from the foundation. Now, foundation is the structure that holds the building, and the building it holds. The depth of the foundation determines the weight of the building is gonna be holding. So it's actually assessed before what's it called, before the foundation is determined. Now, if you're building something big, that means the foundation needs to be very strong, and it needs to be depth. Like the depth should be very deep. This is very, very psychological. Depth, it's necessary if the building is very huge and big, because it needs enough depth to sustain the weight of the building. Now, this as well goes in human life. You cannot, what am I talking about? Okay, you cannot speed when the structure is unsure, when it's unknown, when it's undiscovered. It's not possible. There's no way you can speed when the foundation is shaking. You go cry. Have you seen? So that's just it. Like, speeding is necessary, and then acceleration is necessary, and then when the foundation is sure, when the foundation is assured, the foundation is clear, when there is clarity, and then the depth is, it can be deep or whatever. Okay, I have few things here, guys. I have few things here. Patience, patience is not the same as stagnation. Patience is not the same as stagnation. When we say no, when we say patience is not the same as stagnation. Okay, that's to tell you that waiting at some point is necessary, and then at some point waiting means to reflect. You don't waste time by waiting. Waiting is necessary at some point in one's life to actually reflect. It gives you more time, more energy, and then you actually absorb, or more like you get to absorb energy through resting. Naturally, or more like psychologically, resting gives our body. Yes, no, I'm talking about patience, guys. Jesus. Patience is more like pausing. It's more like a state of actually stopping and then reflect, or more like waiting, a state of waiting. Waiting sometimes is not wasting time. Waiting sometimes is necessary to know the bunch of steps you have to take forward. So you're not just going to keep acting, keep pushing. At some point, you need to wait. Wait, like, that is it. Have you seen? So you don't push every time, and then most at times, the only push you need is to wait. The only energy you need to apply is to wait, is to pause, is to reflect, is to calculate. Okay, so when we say patience is not as stagnation. Now, when you're actually waiting, that doesn't mean that you don't know what you're doing. Waiting doesn't mean you don't know what you're doing. It means a calculating, or you're actually calculating steps. You're actually figuring out possible ways. You're actually picturing, like, a lot can be processed. Now, for the fact that you're waiting, that's not a state of freedom. You can be thinking why waiting. Waiting is not just pushing, but there is a work while you're still waiting. It's something complex. If you're waiting, okay, now I'm seated, and then someone can just tell me, bro, you wait for me here. I'm waiting. I may be sitting down here, and then I'm thinking. And listen, so, and then I'm assessing the routes in my mind. That's that is actually an activity. I'm waiting. Have you seen? So that's more like that. And then waiting is very, very crucial, because it gives you more clarity. Okay. So. Okay, know when to apply speed. Now, before now, I see this as something that there is a kind of calculated time, or more like the necessary periods that is very, very necessary, or more like requisite to apply speed, or when it's more like the appointed time to apply speed, because you don't just apply speed anytime. If you're on the wrong track, withdrawing is the best option. And then applying speed is going to obviously make you, or more like get you more complicated, and then you're going to be more stuck and confused. So when we say know when to apply speed, it's just more like the necessary time, necessary period, necessary stages and moments, seasons to apply speed. Now the first is you have a direction. Be like say you could carry your mirror. Now you have a direction on your konoka. So you have a direction. That's first. When you have direction, that's more like you know where you're going. You know the path you're taking. You know what you're actually going to be attending. You know what you're expecting. You know what that is going to be meeting you. That's when to apply speed. There is clear, like the path is clear, the road is clear. You know what you're doing. Now adding speed. Now they said take time to learn, and then don't take time to show what you know. Speed, you can take time to know when or get clarity, but you don't take time to speed when you have clarity. Okay, so the second signal, more like when to speed, is preparation. You know, there is seasons, and then there is seasons for learning, and then there's seasons for preparing, and then there's seasons for showing up, more like showcase. And then that's when you're actually displaying. And then you don't display if you have not learned, and then you don't learn, you don't prepare if you did not learn, and then you don't learn and fail to prepare. Have you seen? So when we say you have preparation, that's more like telling you that before you accelerate, yes, before you apply speed, you need to be prepared. You have actually figured out the clarity, the path that you're taking, and then you're prepared, and then speed can come in. Have you seen? So figuring out the way you're taking, knowing the path that you're taking is the first stop. That is the awareness stop. And then preparing, getting yourself equipped, getting the necessary skills, abilities, knowledge, or more like information that is necessary to navigate the path that you're taking. Okay, let's take a look at somebody that is joining, or more like somebody that is racing. Maybe you're competing with somebody, and then you don't know the rules of the game. You don't know. Now, if you're to win a game, if we're playing game in my mobile, the possible way or the possibility of me winning the game is that I know the rules of the game. I know the laws. I know the don'ts and do's of the game. That gives me better chances of winning the game. And then if I fail to listen or pay attention to the do's and don'ts of the game, I cannot win the game. This is very factual. Now, you winning anything, getting anything done, is that your clarity, you're clarified on it. The path is clear. It's very, very obvious and transparent. It's literally simple. Have you seen? So that's it. And then you have consistency. That's more like being able to sustain it, because most people has a lot of things built on them, and then they are going to be clashing sooner or later because there is no enough structure, there is no enough build, or more like there is no enough depth capable enough to hold their structure, or more like their foundation, or more like the building. Now, any building lasting is as a result of its foundation. The roots must be rooted, must be depth enough, must be very, very strong enough to carry the weight, and that determines the elasticity of the building. Okay, so yeah. I have few things. My time. The cost of pushing life. The cost of pushing life. When we say the cost of pushing life, there is a lot of emphasis, a lot of insight to draw. You don't force things to happen. Yeah, you do add your own effort. You go impute your own ability. It's necessary you add your own stop. You show stop. You show working. You initiate the first aspect, but majority of it's actually figured out by itself. You don't push life too hard. Now, what I mean there is that you need to be properly rooted, and then you need to know what you're pushing. You don't just get into things. Yes, the cost of pushing life. Now that is more like you jumping into what you don't actually know. You getting into what you did not prepare. Now let's just say, imagine the cost of pushing life. You getting into a relationship that you aren't ready for. You getting into a business that you did not have any knowledge in. You starting up something you did not intend finishing. Obviously, so a lot of things can be stuck. One can be stuck in a lot of activities in life. Like you can get yourself stuck with a lot of things, and then you can't determine it. You can't actually figure it out. And then that's when it's more like pushing life. And then that's when you're stuck because it really needs to figure itself. Obviously, so you don't just jump into things without having knowledge of it. You don't just force things to happen. You don't get into a relationship you aren't ready for because you're going to be stuck. Obviously, so awareness, knowledge, being fully ready in a particular thing gives you chances of really navigating. So I guess invest in growth while you wait. This is sounding kind of slow. Invest. When we are investing, it's not really money. Yes, investing some point, some time doesn't necessitate income. It's not actually referring to cash. It's not talking about money. It's more like, yeah, investing can refer as well time, energy, wisdom. Like it can be anything, but it's more like calculated or accumulated together. That is investing. And then consciously what's it called deliberately imputed in something. You're consciously going to impute it in something. That is maybe intentionality. And then that's all growth. No. Investing. Yeah, that would mean you're going to be investing. Yeah, you can invest in knowledge, you can invest in understanding, you can invest in learning, you can invest in wise conversations, you can invest in relationships, you can invest in businesses, you can invest in courses. A lot of things you can get yourself invest, like you can invest in a lot of things. And mind you, whatever you invest, that determines what you get in return. You don't invest in something else then get something else in return. It's not possible. Now you're investing, whatever you're investing in, that gives you, or that determines what you're getting in return. Very simple as that. Okay, I think the last talk here. Yeah. When is the time to accelerate? Now, it's more like a question. When is the time to accelerate? When is the time to speed? When is the time to apply speed? When is the time to apply acceleration? At first, let me bring a car vehicle, or more like a picture of a vehicle. If a vehicle is actually treading, or more like taking a path, and then maybe there is traffic on the road, I guess the vehicle is not going to be speeding. It's going to go slow, or more like it's going to be going slowly. And then the vehicle is necessary, or more like the vehicle can speed only when the road is clear. Let me restate, vehicles when stuck in a road cannot speed, because possible way if you speed you're going to clash with another car, and that's the problem. So he or the person riding is going to be patient, is going to wait until when the road is clear. That's when he can only apply speed. That's when speed can be applied. So he or she cannot just apply speed. You're going to be stuck. You're getting yourself into mess. Have you seen? So speed, there is a lot of things to actually determine or necessitate when speed is needed, and that's what we're actually been pointing out here. So when we say when is it time to accelerate? I guess when the road is clear, more like when the path is clear, more like when there is clarity, when you know what you're doing, when you know the path you're taking, when you know the track you're already in, and then when you know what you're to expect, what you're gonna get at the thumbnail, that's when you can apply speed. You can take time to learn, but you don't take time to prove. Let me state, you can take time to learn, you don't take time to prove or to show what you know. Have you seen? So there is a calculated moment when speed is needed, and then you're going to learn to know that. So speed cannot be applied whenever you just feel that it's ready, whenever it feels that is necessary. No, a lot of things are going to be considered before speed is actually applied. That's it. Okay, sex. My time is up, guys. Bro, that's it. Shut. So when it's time to accelerate, so you're just going to be sure of your journey. You're going to be sure of the track you're taking. You're going to take it up to yourself. You're going to know that this is what I'm doing, this is what I want, this is what I've chosen, and this is what I want. This is the path I'm taking. Nobody can do anything. And that's the point. Speed can be applied. Applying speed is not necessary, and then it's necessary at that point. And then you're going to know that you're not with a competition with anybody. You are not in a competition with anybody. You're only in a competition with the yesterday version of yourself, the deficient, or more like the incompetent version of yourself, because that's your greatest, or more like your toughest enemy. Competing with people gets you nowhere, because everybody has different paths, everybody has different variation, everybody has different goal and purpose, different lifestyle. You're only created, or more like you're only competing to actually become who you were created to be. Now this is factual, and then this is reality. You don't compete with people, or you feel that you're behind, and then you start criticizing yourself, and that's not making sense. You can only speed when it's necessary for your own time, and then when it seems like the road is clear, and then it is necessary to speed. So you're not just going to be speeding because someone else is behind, or more like someone else is above you, or more like you're actually feeling behind, or more like you're probably people are ahead of you. You have to speed when you know that is necessary, when you know that this part, this is it, and then speeding, it's record sight. Yeah. So guys, we're actually done with today's session stream, and then we're gonna stream in the nights just like we will always, and then keep. Okay, you guys, much love to every single person out there, and then we got you guys. We love you guys. So guys, we're going to be backing up right now, and then we're going to see towards evening time. Yeah, we're gonna stream in the night, and then it's going to be black. We're going to get to it a lot, get to chat with our guys, get to interact with people, and then a lot of activities, and then we'll get to talk better. Okay guys. So shout out. Oh my god. So guys, thanks for the moment, thanks for subscribing, thanks for viewing, thanks for appreciation, thanks for the giftings, thanks for the comments. It means a lot, and then UF is not taking it for granted. I so much appreciate the effort, and then I awesomely appreciate every single person that viewed, subscribed, chatted with us, and their effort is not taken for granted. Not in any way. So guys, much love, and then I got you. We're gonna stream in the night. We stream in the night, and then we're going to get to see a lot of you guys. See me in the night. We're gonna stream, and then we're going to get to gist, a lot of talks tonight. Just 4 hours from now, that gets us to the night, and then we're going to meet again. Okay guys, so we want to back off. We're backing off right now, and if you're not subscribed, you can just get to subscribe, and then you're going to get to see us. You're going to be notified if we're actually online. Guys, okay guys, thanks for the stream, thanks for joining, thanks for your support, thanks for your message, thanks for your supporting. It really means a lot, and we got guys, we get to